So yeah, so it looks like the petrol station is actually open now, but it's actually unmanned for some reason. I don't know why I didn't put a kiosk in there. I know the one at Astor, Bletchley near us, isn't manned as well, but it's quite cheap actually, petrol. £1 date. I think it was 123 or something for a lady, so. Good morning everyone, welcome to Friday. How are we all doing today? Bit cold, bit frosty out there this morning. As you can see, I've got both boys here with me this morning. Sammy's taxi hasn't turned up. I really don't know why. I had no phone calls or nothing, but Sammy's quite excited actually, bless him. He goes, yeah, I can start my weekend early. But what he doesn't realise is I'm going to make him do some work. He's not going to get away with playing on his PlayStation, his Xbox or anything all day. You know that, don't you? You got some work to do, you can do that.
Where?
Yeah, look at that face.
I want to go on my PlayStation.
You could go on your PlayStation in a bit. You've got to do some work first. Bless him. So anyway, yes, I'm not too quite sure we're going to take him in this afternoon. And I think it's is it worth it just for an afternoon on the Friday? They don't do much on the Friday anyway, do you?
No.
It's just assembly and thing else, so it's not going to miss too much, to be honest with you. So anyway, so we're waiting for a parcel for Stephen. He ordered some more shelves because the ones we got from home-based B&Q a few weeks ago, they didn't actually fit into the walls properly, but Stephen's managed to find the proper shelves we had before we did the decorating on eBay, so they're supposed to come sometime today, so I think Stephen wants to put them up as well. Then after we can sort out the units, because it's not been nice, we've got so many DVDs and Blu-rays on there. In fact, I think we've got too many in general, to be honest with you, but that's our collection. And also we're going to try and put the Christmas lights up as well. The clips come yesterday as well, so busy but productive day, I think, to say like that. So I also need to go to the pharmacist, get Ben's cream, because obviously yesterday when we failed the blood test and things like that, I think we would have got it done, to be honest with you, if they hadn't been messing around and stuff like that. They was messing around doing things, so they just went straight in, they'd have been fine. I think we'd have got them done. So
why has the taxi not turned up?
I don't know what the taxi turned up for, sweetheart. I really don't know. So
I just had to get Dad's tablet.
So yes, I was saying I think I'm going to get the cream for that, because we're going to retry again on Tuesday. Stephen's here, so we're just going to hopefully, fingers crossed, we're both here. We both hold his hands, so to speak, and then we can get them done that way out the way. So anyway, yeah, I need to go get Ben dressed now, and then I don't know what we're going to do today, then, sweetheart. What are you going to do today?
I stay at home.
I'm not going to stay at home, but what work do you want to do? I've got some maths and English, got some science to do, or should I let you off today?
Let me off.
Let me off, wait and see. So anyway, guys, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, get Ben dressed, and see you in a bit. So you can see Ben's really happy today. Bless him, he keeps lying on the floor looking at the Christmas tree. I don't think he can stand while the lights aren't on. So it's done really well. So it's 20 to 12 now. This is his first time he's actually laid on the floor. So he hasn't spent much time on the floor. I said it's the first time he's been on the floor all morning. He's had essentially sent the lights on as well, which is he actually asked for them. Yeah, so Stephen's shelves have just come, so I'm not too quite sure if he's going to put them there or there. I think what his plan thinking was doing was moving the pictures from there to outside, putting the shelves up there, and obviously he might change his mind and stuff like that, because obviously you can see over here is complete and utter mess. So it was actually a mess. I think it's just an organised mess, if that makes sense. So obviously he's got all that complete collection there. He's got Disney. They've even got all the games and stuff on there. So technically, especially if you take all the games and everything else, I think it's probably a decent sized collection. I've just got my big Funko Pops up there. So hey, we're just going to check on Sammy, see if Sammy's alright. Sammy? You alright, my darling? Yeah. So you alright then, my sweetheart?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you up to?
I'm just relaxing.
You just relax. Where should you be?
School.
You should be at school, shouldn't you? You bothered you're at school, you happy having started your weekend early?
I'm happy to start my weekend out.
I know, Daddy did say, didn't he? He would drive you into school this afternoon, but Sam was like, I've had a busy week, I need to chill out and relax. So we're definitely back to school on Monday, because don't forget Daddy's off, isn't he? So we're doing school run next week anyway, because take Ben to school. Also, let's come up. What do you want for your lunch?
So I had that steak pie.
What's steak pie?
That steak pie from BP.
Dad hasn't brought anything home with him today, darling, I'm afraid.
Right.
Do you want to share a pizza with Mummy? Or do you want croissants with jam?
I'll cross on with jam.
You don't want to share a pizza with Mummy?
Yeah, I want to share pizza.
Yeah? You know what, Sam, I'm quite surprised your tinsel's actually stayed up. It hasn't fallen down, has it? Because it's only up with sellotape. I must admit, I have put yards and yards of sellotape on there.
I think I want to have a Hoover in there.
Oh, yeah, actually, it does need a bit of Hoover in here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You made a mess in here. Tell you what, if you want to Hoover it, you can Hoover it yourself. So Stephen's just unboxed the shelves. Are they proper shelves?
Yes.
Yay! That's good. That's good. So they got the proper shelves. I didn't. Those floating shelves that we brought, they just didn't work, did they?
No.
Lucky we sold them on the local selling sites, didn't we? For exactly what you paid for them, so we didn't lose out on them or anything. So, because bless him, Sammy said, when you put them up, can I help sort out the DVDs and stuff? So let him do that. So what's the matter? They're alright, yeah? Are they the same size you got before, or are they longer? Are they the same size as before, or are they longer?
Hopefully they'll match up to the previous holes.
Hopefully.
The drill.
That'd be like easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I said, because he does a really good job of wallpapering in there. And then, you see, you don't want to do that. So anyway, so just put some dinner in for us. So yes, me and Steve are sharing a big, massive cheese pizza. I've got some chips in there for Sammy. And obviously some fish fingers, because he said if he should have been at school, he should have having fish fingers, and that's all we wanted. And obviously Ben then chose his gluten-free pizza out to chicken nuggets and these are. So you can see it's not foggy out there. The fog hasn't really lifted all day, has it? It seems that this morning it was actually freezing fog, which is obviously quite dangerous. So yes, we're just being cruel to be kind now, to be honest with you. We're just getting Ben out the house.
Proving the point that Ben can come out.
You can
like
actually,
this.
yeah. He was absolutely happy as Larry. He just had his lunch. In fact, he really enjoyed his pizza. It was quite sweet actually. What he done was, he's like, he ate some of it, didn't he? He took his plate up. Obviously, he carried his plate in very carefully, bless him. Then set himself down on the sofa and eat on the sofa. It's like, I don't want to eat dinner with you. I'm going in the living room. This is quite sweet how he done it, because the way he looked on his face. But anyway, then as soon as Stephen put his shoes on, that's when he started to get really, really agitated, didn't he? Like he knew he was going out somewhere. As you can see, it's fine. Don't you see her? I just admit, he just seemed a bit anxious, a bit nervous. I mean, he would do, bless him. So it's good to know if he can walk. But this is just proving to somebody who is the same name list that is definitely some sort of fear of anxiety, of travelling, things like that. So obviously just popping into Sainsbury's.
My favourite store.
Yes, I absolutely love Sainsbury's. Obviously, because when we went shopping, I forgot the tomatoes as well, plus Ben needs some biscuits and things like that. So I can't bother to make any at the minute. So anyway, so hopefully Sainsbury's won't be too busy. Stephenson, we drove past here earlier on, it's quite quiet. So yeah, so it's like to see the petrol station is actually open now, but it's actually unmanned for some reason. I don't know why I didn't put a kiosk in there. Another one at Astor, Bletchley near us, isn't manned as well, but it's quite cheap actually. Petrol £1.8, I think it was 123 or something for ladies. So anyway, yeah, so I'm popping in now, get a couple of bits that I need, obviously what I've forgotten as well. And so far so good. So it won't be a successful trip until we can get home, will it? But what we might do in here is get Ben a drink or something like that, you know what I mean? Because he'll probably deserve it, bless him. Are you right, sweetheart? Are you right, darling? Bless him, he does look anxious and nervous. But he would do actually, to be honest with you. So, what, darling? What's that? Yeah, there's a problem. Yeah, obviously, when we went to Autism business team, they actually told us to keep his routine as much as the same as possible and to limit new surroundings for him. But fingers crossed, we have a good journey and a successful trip. What's my sweetheart?
I'll go the same way.
Sammy, there's one thing missing off your face.
Face mask.
Where is it? Where's your face mask?
Oh, in my pocket.
Put it on them, please. In them, sweetheart.
Yeah.
So they look different. Do see them when we come in on Wednesday. The dry milk ones are really nice. So far so good. Just doing a quick visit around here just to make sure that Ben's Alright, but it seems alright, don't you? Bless him at the minute.
Yeah.
Seems alright. Yes, Ben, he keeps looking around, things somewhere different. He keeps looking at all the decorations and things. You're alright for got some tea bags, not tea bags, got some hot chocolate for a change.
No.
They don't the hot chocolate. That's a quickie visit. That's what you think. That's just a few bits and pieces, wasn't it? That's what you wanted, really.
Have some pasta sauce.
And have some pasta sauce, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is it's probably, I don't know where things are. The crisps, crackers.
Probably back down that
I think it's back down your side. I think it's because that's all the wine and everything, the chocolates and things.
Then go down. Then you want to get agitated. I think you turn backwards.
Yeah, exactly. So if I go down this way, yeah, go this side. That's it. That's it. I think we're right for you. Did you put the kids a drink in? Yeah. So yeah, just back from Sainsbury's, really proud of them. We walked just over 5,000 steps, had no issue on the thing at all, which is good. The only issue we had was obviously with him, when he was putting his shoes on to come out, he was a bit agitated. And we got near the car, he was breathing like that. So it's definitely some sort of travel anxiety there, it really is. So we're thinking now, he's just laying on the floor, not wanting to do anything now, because obviously this is when he thinks he's going to have to go out travelling. But being honest with you, I think he actually enjoyed looking around Sainsbury's. He kept looking around thinking, oh, that's different, somewhere new. So really proud of him. So hopefully what we're going to try and do is during the Christmas holidays, try and get him out for a few more walks and stuff like that. We've got our wellies, because walk down the lake, down the railway line, should be fine with wellies on, things like that, because it does flood down there. Anyway, yes, so just like I said, just off to get Ben's meds now, obviously, and his cream for this blood test, having it done on Tuesday. Not looking forward to having it done again, but obviously Stephen's here this time, and I'm going to tell them not to waste time, just get on with it and do it. Because I think that was the thing with him. It's just all the waiting time, because obviously Ben doesn't like waiting. So speaking of waiting, looks like I got to wait outside the farm because there's very now 2 people in, and there's about 4 or 5 people queuing. So
Well then guys, Friday's vlog comes to an end and brings to the end to a very, very stressful week in my opinion. You know, it should not have been like this week. We were very well capable enough of carrying on the way we was, even though that Ben had his issues of getting on the school bus he had. You know, I was in prepared mode to carry on taking him in at lunchtime, but now it's upset the apple cart for Sammy and caused a load of stress and aggravation. That should not have happened this week, should it, Joe?
no, people have got to realise and stuff. But this is what I hate and stuff like that. People have got to realise Ben's got the severe anxiety with travelling in any form of moving vehicle, and these people don't realise that, you know what I mean? And he just goes through it today, because I can come up with it earlier on or not. You can hear him, he can hear it now, he's laughing, giggling. Well, he's starting to put the Christmas songs on, he's laughing at Cliff Richard. But anyway, like I said, obviously when Steve came home from work, we had lunch and stuff like that. Steve said, right, we're going to take him out for a walk, didn't we?
Yep.
He said he got agitated when he put his shoes on. When he got his coat on, he threw himself to the floor, didn't he?
Yeah, threw himself to his floor. When I went to try and pick him up, he had put his weight on. So I ended up getting him up by lifting him up, you know, basically bending down, lifting him up with my back. Basically my back is hurting now. And basically got him out of the house, got him past the car. And
He started panicking.
we started, once we got to the end of the pavement, he was fine. As soon as we started moving away from the car, he was fine. And we walked all the way up to the new Sainsbury's, and he enjoyed the walk, he really did. He was happy, he was bouncing around laughing, as you saw earlier on watching it all recorded. Yeah, so, you know, he loves doing a lot of walking. That's one thing I know about Ben.
Believe it or not, since we've been back from Sainsbury's, when did we get back from Sainsbury's? About 1 o'clock?
Yeah, about that.
You see you? Oh, there's Sam
Look,
there.
Mummy, I put some things back on the Butlins app.
Oh yeah, so, and it was since we got back from Butlins, because Sam's about where, since we got back from our walk, about 1 o'clock, he hasn't laid on the floor once, so things like that, because he's actually been playing with his Blanco drums.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
it just makes it just amazing. The one slightest change can make the whole lot of difference, you know?
yeah.
But anyway, so we're ready to fight again for next. Oh, actually, next week we're doing school runs, aren't we? Because you're off next week.
Yeah, I'm doing the school runs because I want to do the school runs next week, and until they sort something out properly, you know, you can't just bend the rules for someone, really. It's
No.
not right.
The thing is, not only that, they expected, obviously, Ben refused to transport anyway this week anyway, but the thing is, the car they were sending was a lot smaller than ours, the driver, the PA were different every day anyway, different car every day, and they had no idea what to expect with Ben travelling or nothing like that. They had no idea he had a severe anxiety or that he was capable of pulling people's hands off the wheel, which he's done to us a few times, hasn't he?
No fear for
My
other
man
people's
goes to the
safety.
toilet.
In theory.
No
No fear for other people's safety, because if he did get in that taxi and did try and reach forward, then who would have been at fault here?
Exactly.
You know, I just wish people would just leave things as they are when they get, other people cause a lot of hassle sometimes, and it just gets on my nerves.
Anyway, he's happy. Today's been one of them. Today's been one of those days where he hasn't been stressed. He's just chilled out, relaxed. We just let him do his own thing. And he's just been so happy, so calm. It's been really lovely to see him smiling, giggly, and things like that. And
as far as I'm concerned, that they've missed something very, very serious here with Ben over the last few years. It did start with his epilepsy, which started when he had that major seizure here, and after that we had the issues as he was starting to hit his head in class and stuff like that. Wasn't that the start of the sign of something that was wrong?
Oh no.
And now, ever since this lockdown and since everything started back in March, it's just gone full throttle.
They have, basically. But hopefully, fingers crossed. Obviously, we're going to take lots of video evidence to prove that we're actually right, aren't we, and stuff like that. I
hate it when someone can't admit they're wrong.
I can't.
We've gone through so many stressful nights and stressful journeys out in the car. For these people not to believe you.
No, this is not fair, is it?
It's just really not fair. I'm just sick and tired of this
merry-go-round.
This merry-go-round we've been on. You're supposed to have help, and they're not giving you help. They're just giving you more stress.
More grief. But fingers crossed. Like I said, we're gonna physically try, as I said before, over the Easter holidays, over the Christmas holidays. We're gonna physically try and get him out and stuff like that. Like I said, go around the lake and and
we'll see what happens.
the same thing we can do, isn't it?
Yeah, but something's got to be done soon because it can't carry on like this. Anyway, stop for ranting and raving. We'll see you tomorrow for Saturday.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
See you tomorrow.
Where are you going? Can't